Happy Valentine's Day. We always have class during the special days. What better way to spend Valentine's Day than here in the Research Methods module? Getting educated on important things. Are there any questions before we start? The list of supervisors hopefully will be released within the next week for our Master Students projects. If you can do this coursework in conjunction with a supervisor, that would be amazing. It's not a requirement. However, coursework 3, you really, really want to do your coursework 3 in conjunction with your supervisor. No questions before we start? Okay, so today is a good day to be here, actually, because we're going to practice coursework 1 today in groups. You're going to give it a try, essentially. So we're going to form groups of around 6 people. And then you're going to choose a research paper from this list here. You're going to start a Google Doc as a group, 1 Google Doc per group. Add the names of each group member to the top. And then you're going to use the template provided in coursework 1 to extract the essentials of the paper you choose. And then you submit your Google Doc to myself so I can have a look at them in the second half of the workshop. And I can give you feedback about like how well you did or how well you didn't do, and so on. Does that make sense? I'm giving everybody today extra help. So for extra help, I have never done this before, but I decided to do it. Here's the template from coursework 1 that you fill out and that you use to extract the essentials. And I've tried to give you guidance about where you find this information. So you have a research paper, you need to extract these 9 points. And then the question is, well, where do I find those 9 pieces of information? I think the paper title and the authors is not difficult, right? Everybody knows how to find that information, I hope. The concept or paper contribution can be found in either the abstract or the introduction. That's quite easy, generally speaking. The implementation or method, remember you have to summarize this in 2 sentences or 3 sentences, something like that. You have only a few, this is the difficult part actually. And then the question is, where do you find this information? You can find this information in the method section. So every paper has a method section. It's not called method section. It has a different name. It's usually named after the title of the paper. And in the first paragraph of that section, if it's a well-written paper, they're not all well-written, by the way, but if it's a well-written paper, it will have a summary overview as paragraph 1 in that section. And there you can find a summary, you can create a 2 or 3 sentence summary of the implementation. The core related work, that's in the related work section. Most papers will have a related work section. So you'll have to look in there. Usually the most closely related work is at the end of that section in the last paragraph. Usually, not always. None of these, you'll never see the word always on this slide. This is not an exact science because research papers don't follow a template, generally speaking. They do have a general structure, though, generally speaking. The input data characteristics will be in the methods section somewhere. There'll be a description of the data that's used as input for the implementation. The type of evaluation will be after the methods section. And usually it's section 4 after the method section, near the end, like the last 2 pages. Representative images, you can find those anywhere in the paper. It could be on any page. Often, though, there's one in the beginning of the method section. Often in the beginning of the method section. That happens a lot. The DOI of any paper can be found in the IEEE Digital Library, the ACM Digital Library, or Google. You can Google that information. To use Google, you put in the paper title and then the 3 letters DOI. And you'll get, Google will return the DOI for you. And same with the URL of the PDF. You can use the IEEE Digital Library, the ACM Digital Library, or Google. You can, again, for Google, you can input the title of the paper and then add 3 letters, PDF. And you'll get the PDF of the paper. Does that make sense? If you do get stuck or you have questions, just ask. I'm happy to answer those questions. Okay, so let's get started. I will try to allocate the groups. This is going to be a great exercise. This is going to help you a lot in the coursework. Hopefully after today you'll really be able to execute coursework 1 and increase your skills at this. Okay.